poor what? Hi guys, am I live? I can't tell. Somebody tell me if I'm live. Somebody tell me if I'm live. I'm going to sit here and play with my hair. It says you're live. Okay. Where is everybody? Where are my friends? Okay, last week after we went off the air, somebody, I believe named Daisy, kept asking a question about the stomach. I don't think I answered it. Forgive me if I have already answered it. But she was asking about something to, I think it was cleanse the stomach? No. Detox maybe. Maybe she was saying detox. And I don't know if bye dear, I don't know if I made the statement or if I just thought it. But I'll tell you that I don't agree with doing something just for the colon or just for the stomach. Y'all better hurry up and ask me questions because I'm going to sit here and primp in front of this mirror. Bottom line is that having tried all those detox and all those cleansers, and I don't think it's a good idea to actually just do one that's for the colon or one for the stomach or one for the whatever. I really like Michael's detox. Alicia, do you mind handing me one? I'll go get it, but then I'll be away from the camera. Michael's Detox and Cleanser. And the reason I like this one is because it works on all the channels of elimination at one time. Thank you, dear. This one. This is my favorite. And here's some of the reasons why. Aids digestion, helps decrease appetite, helps cleanse the intestinal tract, a liver and wellness formula, a blood detoxification, a fat metabolism, and also fiber. So I'm saying that instead of just doing one, saying, hey Carolyn, hey Alicia, hey Danica, thanks you guys. It's a good thing y'all showed up or I'd be here fixing my hair again. It's the weirdest thing going live. It's like all you do is sit and look at yourself. I don't like that part. Okay, Carolyn, you got a question? Danica, you got a question? Come on, guys. I think it was Daisy that asked this question. Thank you for the heart. I needed to see a little heart go by. But I think the reason I like this one also is because you don't have to fast on it. And it's little packets. And I really trust this guy. If y'all have my book, I have a book that I've written 2 books actually on my 100-pound weight loss. But I talk about how I've tried all these different cleansers and all these different detoxes. And the truth is I just really like Michael's the best. I like it for a bunch of reasons. But the main reason being because it's... because you don't have to fast and because it's little packets. Hey, Dina. Gosh, it's good to see. Just seeing your name. Sometimes you guys just seeing your name just makes me smile. Dina, you got a question? I think this detox and cleanse should be done twice a year by people that are not trying to lose weight, but people that are just trying to get healthier. I think you should do it twice a year. I personally do it before I go back on my diet, which I realize that turns out to be about twice a year. So I think it's the first step in going on your diet, on my diet. But it's also good for people that are not trying to diet because it gets rid of all those channels of elimination. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Hey, Dylan. You got a question? Somebody got a question? Y'all, I swear I'm going to go back to fixing my hair again or looking at those spots on my face if y'all don't ask me a question. Okay, somebody asked me about lymphoderma. Again, this one was off the air. This was after I got off the air. Y'all got to ask me questions while I'm on the air. Hey, the thing is that lymphoderma, it can be a side effect of having serious surgery. And a lot of people that I know that have that, lymphedema, excuse me, I'm saying derma and I meant to say dema, lymphedema. It's usually from having serious trauma or some types of surgery or something like that. But I really like proteolytic enzymes for that. Now, I know those are big words, but they're enzymes that are actually, hey, Gail. Oh, gosh, it's good to see your name, too. It makes me smile. I remember the first time that you heard me say something about vaccines not being good for the brain. You are so precious. And also, when you were the first to tell anyone about turmeric being good. Hey, Patty, there's my sister. But Gail, and Camille, what causes extreme leg ankle cramps that literally freeze up the ankle and foot? It is always a magnesium potassium issue. So I really think that the Bluebonnet magnesium potassium bromelain, because the bromelain, of course, is anti-inflammatory. Again, a proteolytic enzyme. That's where I was headed with that. Let me go back to the lymphedema. Camille, if I don't answer you completely, ask me again, okay? But I want to finish the question about lymphedema. The lymphedema, the proteolytic enzymes work on it. And what that means is that a combination of enzymes, if they were taken with food, they would just digest food. But by taking them on an empty stomach, they digest inflammation. And my favorite product is Michael. Again, Michael, this must be your day. Michael's recovery zymes, because they reduce inflammation. And the way they do it is it actually gobbles up inflammation when you take this on an empty stomach. Okay, Camille, back to your question. The magnesium potassium bromelain by Bluebonnet, if you take 3 and 3, and I think I put Billy on that before, so I don't know if he's still having these cramps, and he's taking 3 and 3 of that, then we need to talk. You need to make an appointment with me, because I think that leg cramps are a warning from the Lord. I really do. I don't think that leg cramps are something you ignore. Okay? All right. Patty, don't you have a question? Patty? Okay, guys. I'm going to start back fixing my hair. Okay. Camille, it's me. Just started. His have seemed to stop. Okay. Bluebonnet, magnesium, potassium, bromelain. It means that for some reason, oh, Camille, I bet you're doing dairy. Okay, here's how I made that connection. When you start having leg cramps, it usually means that you have used up all your magnesium trying to process calcium. So make sure that you are not taking some stupid calcium. I don't think I put you on a calcium, and if I did, it wasn't a straight calcium. But make sure that you haven't changed name brands or something, because what you're describing is using up your magnesium. I truly believe that when people have leg cramps like Charlie horses, or, sorry, this is making me crazy. Well, it won't go away. There, yes, I guess I'm still here. When we do calcium, our body needs the magnesium to process the calcium. So if you're doing a non-chelated calcium, or if you're doing dairy when you're not supposed to, oh wait, there's not but one person that can do dairy, and that's a B blood type. Okay? So anybody else doing dairy, the dairy alone could cause the magnesium issue. And Camille, make sure you're taking your Fizzy Mag every night. You're the reason I have that new product. Because I really was putting people on Natural Calm. I made jokes about it. Hey, Alex, so glad you're with us. I made jokes about the Fizzy Mag because I tell everybody that it's you that got me to get the new one. It took me forever to get it, to find it, but it's better, it's cheaper, and I really feel like we're all low. Hey, Mary, glad you're with us. Alex, you got a question, buddy? Okay, guys. Alex, I'm always asking if the lighting's okay. When Joy comes on, I'm like, ask Alex if the lighting's okay. Is this better? It sure makes my face look awfully white. But I hear what you're saying. I need to have the light there. Okay, anybody got any more questions? I'm going to go back to fixing my hair. Dina, you ought to have a question. Patty, you're not shy. Come on, ask a question. Ask an important question. Camille, not taking calcium. You only put me on the magnesium. Okay, you know how I love my milk. Billy is on the Fizzy Mag. That stuff can be evil. Yes, if it's being, quote, evil, then you're taking too much, so take less. But everybody loves calcium. It's like talking about sugar. But you've got to be careful, because what's happening is that you're not taking enough magnesium. So you need to be taking the Fizzy Mag at bedtime also. Take less. If it's bothering your stomach, take less. I take a half a teaspoon every night. But right now you got to take a little more. So since you already have the Fizzy Mag, try to fix the leg cramps with the Fizzy Mag. Okay? Camille, what was your blood type? Wasn't it A? Don't I remember you being A? I don't think you're B. I don't think you're B. Aren't you A blood type? Maybe I'm saying too much personal stuff. I'm sorry. Guess we shouldn't do that part. If y'all are going to suck the blood out of Camille, I know she's not O. Okay. Okay, y'all. Y'all are leaving me to myself. Yes, she's an A. Okay, A blood types cannot do dairy. Bottom line, cannot do dairy. So when you do milk, then you're messing up. So if you're going to do milk, you better make sure you're doing enough magnesium. You are the reason Sweet Basil's has their own Fizzy Mag brand. Cheaper, stronger. Okay? All right. Hey, Janet. So glad to see you. Seems like forever since I've seen you. Are you working tomorrow? Maybe I'll get to see you tomorrow. Okay, Janet, you got a question now that you're up from the grave? I'm really proud of you that you're up and well and working again. I know you've been working hard, actually. Okay. What was another question that somebody was asking? Oh, yes, yay, Janet, I'm working too, so I'll get to see you. Yay! You got a question? Janet, you got a question? Alex, you have a question? Come on, guys, y'all need to ask me questions. Now, y'all have a million questions when you're trying to call me at home. Where's all my friends from Dallas? Did y'all all forget? Okay, guys, come on. Come on, Patty, you're the furthest south one right now, though Navila did send a message from Albania. And actually, I got a message from Emily from Bulgaria, but they're not live with us. Okay, going once, going twice. Y'all better ask me a question. All right. Alicia, anybody called in a question? Okay, she said fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia can be a couple of different things. Janet says she's thinking, I hear those wheels are turning. Okay, fibromyalgia, I really like the Source Natural Magnesium Malate. We carry a bunch of them, and so far none of them work as well as the Source Natural. It's very inexpensive, and it doesn't cause any, hey Julian, it doesn't cause any stomach issues, and that's one issue, but the malate formula, the magnesium malate with the malic acid, that particular formula really works on fibromyalgia. But what I like best of all is the dopamine serotonin. So you need to make an appointment with me so you can get that dopamine serotonin. Hey, Dawn, glad you joined. I heard Ken was misbehaving. I actually saw him misbehaving. But Alicia told me he was misbehaving, and I told her she didn't know nothing. She should have seen him earlier. Exactly. Oh, Dawn, I'm sorry. I was thinking Bam. Oh, gosh. Dawn, I'm sorry. How's the horse? Dawn, is the horse any better? Is the horse any better? It's pretty quick, but is the horse better from the silver? I sure hope I get to do those magnets on that horse. Okay, Dawn. Okay, tell me. There might be a hesitation here in Facebook. Julian, you got questions? Okay, Julian says, do you carry Butterfingers? That's funny. Are you familiar with HP thyroid and MP thyroid? Yeah. Those are, I just like Armor. I think Armor's the cleanest one, but I'm about to find one out of Canada because I'm getting frustrated. So I don't know. It's a good question, Janet. Okay, Dawn, he's gaining. Oh, good, but still not sure. Okay. I really need to do the magnets on him. Janet, what is the WP thyroid? I really don't know. I really don't know what the WP is. Thank you, Julian. We love you too. But I don't love your Butterfingers. You're actually the first quack question I've had, so you get to the award. The first person that asked me a question that they knew would drive me crazy. So no, I believe sugar is worse than heroin or cocaine. So I would feel better about you doing a hard drug than to eat a bite of a Butterfinger. But then you knew that, Julian. You knew that. So you thought you would get me going. Okay, so I've written it 3 times today. Sugar is a drug, and it's more addictive than heroin or cocaine. So if you play with it, you're going to be in trouble. I had a client tell me, I'm trying to remember, it just seems yesterday, but it had to have been a couple of days ago. She told me that she was sugar-free for years, and then she had one piece of birthday cake, and she'd been face down in the sugar ever since. And I thought, you don't have to tell me. I have that personality. I used to be a heavy smoker, and after not smoking for years and years, hey Karen, after not smoking for years, I smoked one cigarette and bought a carton. So you don't have to tell me about the sugar. All it takes for me is one bite of sugar, and I say all the time, you know, if you see, what are you saying, Janet? Caffeine, a drug too, bad for us. I disagree. I think caffeine's good for you. My friend Bill in Atlanta, he has no manners. I hope he doesn't see this, but and he says he's an atheist. But if you ever need something prayed for, he calls me. But he's the smartest person I know. And one time I called him about 10 years ago, and I go, I've just kind of lost my edge. It's not that I'm depressed. It's not that I'm sad. It's not that I have any major issue that I'm talking about. I've just kind of lost my edge. I just don't have that edge anymore. And he said, how much caffeine do you do? And I go, oh, no, I stopped caffeine years ago. He goes, you're too damn old, and hung up on me. I'm like, I call him back, and I go, Bill, don't hang up on me. I'm really busy also. And I'm serious. I've lost my edge, and I'm just not so happy anymore. He goes, I told you, you're too old, and he hangs up on me again. So then I call him back and use a long word of explanations and tell him that I'm going to come to Atlanta and kick his butt. And he said it's almost worth doing again just to see me. Anyway, I didn't think it was funny, and that's when he said, he said, how much caffeine do you do? And I said, I don't. He said, there you go. So I've been back on caffeine about 10 years, but there's all kind of research that shows a moderate amount of caffeine actually prevents breast cancer and a million other things. So I happen to think that caffeine, yes, probably is a drug. Do I think it's bad for us? No. Turns out that 1 or 2, even 3 cups of coffee a day actually might prevent a bunch of different forms of cancer. Okay, my hair's flat on top. Y'all aren't asking the questions fast enough. All right, I'm going to go to looking closely at my face. If y'all don't hurry up and ask a different one. Okay, Karen, you got a question? Julian, do you have a real question? Janet said, yes, thank you. Janet, I think you're A blood type, and I think coffee's actually good for you, which kind of makes me mad at you. But I think it's actually good for you. Alicia's holding up her thumb, yes. So coffee's actually good for you. Now, I'm O blood type, and the blood type books all say coffee's bad for me. Coffee is not bad for me. Coffee might be bad for you other O blood types, but coffee's good for me. Because the smartest person I know says I wasn't doing enough caffeine. So I'm back to caffeine. And I like that statement that says, what is it? So I can do stupid things real fast. Okay, Karen, what about the blood pressure medicine? How much should we use? Okay, well, first of all, when you say blood pressure medicine, are you saying mine? Hey, Andrew, glad you joined us. Are you saying my Michael's blood pressure factors? Is that what you're asking? Because if you just say blood pressure medicine, I'm sorry, it's a little bit vague. Are you talking Michael's blood pressure factors? I'm not sure. Andrew, do you have a question? Karen, answer back, okay, honey? I want to answer you. You are saying Michael's blood pressure factors. Okay, nobody likes this answer because they're so used to everybody telling them exactly how to take it. But the truth of the matter is that you are different. Everybody is different. Our dose is different. We have people that literally take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And then we have people that take 3 times a day and at night. So all these different people take different doses. So I can't tell you which dose is right for you. But I can tell you that it's better to take a whole lot of it. It's unlike with medicine or pharmaceuticals where you have to keep taking more and more and more. Where with the natural stuff, you take a whole lot, saturate the tissue, and then back down. So if it were I would take a whole lot. I'd take 3 with each meal, see how I did. Might lower your blood pressure too much. And then the next day I'd probably take 2 with each meal. And then the next day I'd probably take, hey Lisa, how come I never see you? Please come see me, Lisa Jackson. I've always loved you. Okay. I hope that makes sense, because I know people that literally came off blood pressure medicine and have gotten it all the way down to 1 in the morning and 1 at night of the Michaels, which of course fixes what's wrong. Camille wants to know, what can you take for nerve damage? I've seen a lot of stuff, and we even have stuff that has names in it like Nerve Fix and Nerve this and Nerve that. Hey girl. But I really like Source Natural Alpha Lipoic Acid, 200 milligram, 3 times a day. And it's back to that issue. Y'all ask me because you know I've been doing it forever. We have lots of alpha lipoic acid, but that's the one that works. Okay, Julian's saying, real question. I've noticed people are starting to drink apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. It's becoming a Facebook popular post, pros and cons. Okay, of course we always have carried the Bragg's aminos. It completely makes sense. Thanks so much. Thank you, Karen. About the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, I think that's the best one. We're having trouble getting it right now. We only have a few bottles. We're having to use another brand, but it's still organic, and it's still got the mother in it, and blah, blah, blah. I happen to be one of those people that don't believe that vinegar is good for everybody. Now, don't y'all shoot me. I happen to believe that. Janet, I am a true believer in ear care. Oh, is that not the most wonderful product? The other day I was having vertigo as a result of dental work, and I quickly sprayed a couple of sprays under my tongue. Vertigo gone. How cool is that? How cool is that? I think that the children's ear care, we didn't even have the other one at the time. I now take the Pro, but I have to tell you that I think that I think it corrected it when I took the children's. I think it's improved my hearing. Alicia, don't you think my hearing's a little better?
Yes.
She does think it's better. I think everybody would think it's a little bit better, and the only thing I've done differently is that ear care under the tongue. So, yay. Julian, back to the vinegar thing. When that, I think it was Smart Water, when Smart Water first came out, and they were all talking about, doing the water to change your pH and all this. And I went ahead and did it, which of course is what the vinegar is for, is to change your pH. And I tell you what, I felt like you had to scrape me up off the floor. And then I figured it out, that I'm O blood type, and that I didn't need to change my, how long the scanners last. What does that mean, how long the scanners last? I don't know what you mean, how long the scanners last. I don't know what you mean, baby. Okay, back to the vinegar issue. I know that O blood types can function more acidic. And so it was alkaline water. So trying to just drink alkaline water and change your pH, if you're O blood type, might be a mistake. Oh, you're saying the scalers. I thought they lasted forever. Alicia, would you mind checking with that company? Camille asked me that question before, and I didn't really follow it all the way through. For those of you who are wondering what Camille is talking about, she's saying, hi, Yvette. How are you, darling? How's Texas? Are you in Texas? Are you in California yet? The scalers actually block out all kinds of, I started to reach for mine, but I don't have it on because I was doing biomagnetic pairing. And what it does is it blocks out everything, including Wi-Fi and all the electronic stuff around us, which is why I can't wear it when I'm doing the magnets. I don't want to block the magnets out. But we need to call the company. I've asked Alicia too, and I'm sure she wrote it down. I wish I could turn the camera so y'all could see pretty Alicia again. But she said, no way, Jose. Not today is actually what she said. But here's the thing. I know that the scalers work because I know how I feel when I have them on, and I know how I feel when I have them off. I have to remember to put them back on as soon as I get through doing a biomac. I should have it on right now because I'm next to a computer. I'm by my cell phone. We don't have Wi-Fi in Sweet Basil's intentionally, not by accident, but because we don't like to have all those things going through our brain. but I wear the scaler. And when I go to Dallas, I'll never forget one time I was unpacking a bunch of supplements, and as I was unpacking the supplements, I had 3 scalers in Dr. Chris's office, and every time I'd put them up there, they'd fall down. I'd put the magnets up on the counter and they'd fall down. The scalers literally were blocking the magnets out. So I took the scalers outside of the office, just right outside the door, and everything was fine. And also I made the mistake of wearing the scalers in my bra as I went through a pat down. Well, first of all, it set it off, and then I remembered I didn't mean to go through that thing, so now I do a pat down every time. But I know to take those scalers off, but I don't know anything about when they expire. But I think that's real legitimate. In my instinct, Camille, I was thinking that it probably would do it good to be out in the sun. I would think that it would do it good to be in the sun, because those particular ones, the black ones, those are volcanic rock. So I think, or some kind of volcanic material. So Alicia will call, and Alicia will call you, Camille, after she tells me what the answer is. But I think it's super, super important, okay? Yvette, you got a question? You didn't even tell me. Are you in Texas or are you in California? I'm expecting you to be in California soon. But there I was in Texas and you weren't. Where were you? Okay, Julian, I understand that y'all are carrying to-go bottles of natural alkaline spring water, bio-mineral water. Yes, by a local guy here in Thomasville. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet because I'm kind of afraid to mess with my water, because I think that my pH is already balanced. So I think that to drink water that's going to balance my pH might not be the right thing to do. Just saying. But yes, you're right. We do have water. We do have water from a local company, bio-mineral water. We do. Nice guy too. I brought it in because I thought he sounded like a nice guy, and he was from Thomasville, and I liked what he had to say. But I personally don't change my pH that way. I change my pH by taking Bluebonnet single dose acidophilus in the morning and single dose at bedtime. I know it's supposed to be just one a day, but what can I say? A child of the 60s. Camille, what are the symptoms of having an unbalanced pH? Well, there's all kind of symptoms, but the worst symptom would be, of course, cancer. There's all kind of theories that cancer can't grow if your pH is balanced. Hey, Henry, what a nice surprise. I love to read what you have to say. I don't stay on Facebook very much at all because I end up throwing my phone across the yard or across the room or something because somebody says something that makes me mad. Okay, so maybe I don't always throw it. But Henry, when I read your stuff, it makes me smile. So that's good. Camilla, you need to be calling me more, and maybe I'll be throwing my phone less, okay? Henry, you got a question? I sure do miss our live radio show. We used to have fun, didn't we? I go, Henry, how could you not notice a guy walking across the street with his shirt off? Of course, you said you didn't notice. That was amazing to me. Remember that time that the girl asked me what about natural birth control? And I said, listen, I wish y'all could be down here right now to meet this beautiful girl who's showing me her beautiful baby from doing my natural birth control. Just saying. Remember all that, Henry? I miss you. We ought to be able to do a radio show. We get to do a live Facebook. Come on, ask me a question. Come on, sweetie, ask me a question. Camilla, you've been great. What else about an imbalanced pH? Of course, GERD, any form of reflux, that would be caused from an imbalanced pH. What else? Constipation or diarrhea, either extreme, that would be a sign of imbalance. Because I've seen little children that have constipation, and all I give them is, the Physimag, and all of a sudden they're suddenly better. That and the children's acidophilus. What else is a sign of imbalanced pH? I ought to find a way to cheat. I've got the computer right here. But no, this is a dunking booth. You're trying to get me right off the top of my head. So there you go. Alicia, I can't see the time when I'm alive for some reason.
7 now.
Oh, it's 7. So we're done. Oh gosh, y'all. That'll teach you not to talk to me. Okay. Just knowing, Camille, does the probiotics cure it completely? Absolutely. Which part? Are you saying balancing your pH? It absolutely, positively does. Are you taking the new one, Camille? Are you taking the new one? The new one, you only have to take one. And the old one, I think I had y'all originally on Reuteri, but then I put you on Bluebonnet acidophilus. This is the new single dose DNA verified. Hope that answers your question. Della? Oh no, I just got on. You did. You're late, baby. You're late. You're late for a very important date. So you got a quick question? Janet. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Yay. I promise I'll be. Thank you. I'm counting on it. Yes, pH. No still on Reuteri. Let's do the new one, okay? When you order again, let's do the new one. Della wants to know about high blood pressure. Yeah, we did just talk about it. The Michael's blood pressure factor is by far the best thing out there. But it really, hey Jamie, glad you're with us, but we're about to go off the air now. 6:30 to 7, honey. But if you got a quick question, Della, I was saying that it's better to saturate the tissue, unlike with prescription drugs where you have to keep taking more and more and more. With the natural, you saturate the tissue and then you back it off to what's okay. And people actually take three times a day in at bedtime. And then I know people that take literally 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So I think it's better to take a whole bunch at first and then see how far you can back it down to maintain normal blood pressure. I hope that answers it. Jamie, you got a quick question? We're about to go off the air. Okay, guys. See you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.